welcome to the channel. My name is Alex Ochoa, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to design and configure an IP address range by dividing into 4 different subnets. Then we'll connect all of these subnets together in the most efficient way possible by implementing both AEGRP and OSPF routing protocols. Finally, we'll verify that everything is working correctly by performing end-to-end connectivity tests using ping from one PC to another across the network. By the end of this video, you'll understand how subnetting, dynamic routing, and network verification work together to create a reliable and efficient network infrastructure. So let's get started.
Well, here, let's go to Start to construct the topology. In this case, you have to put routers 1841. We have 3. This is the system Cisco packet tracer software to elaborate simulate connections or networks before to pass on the physical part. So to add the computers, 3 computers, and so to add the connections with the cable. In this case, we should use copper crossover. In the laptop, we connect in fast Ethernet, but we forgot here some details. So this need this component. If we are to put, we should turn off and put weak 2T in the component for connect all serial port in all the routers. Now, when we add the weak 2T, we will use fast Ethernet 0 and in the router in the serial port 000. No connect, erase, and choose again. This crossover here 0, then serial port. This cable can be connected to that port. Okay, sometimes we do some wrongs. So here is in fast Ethernet, and here the system doesn't accept in this serial port, if not in fast Ethernet 00. Here is important. In laptop is 00, is fast Ethernet 0, and in the router, like we connect here in 000. In the router B, we go to connect in 001 for have some clarity when we are start the configuration. Again, the same wrong. Wow. And now go to proceed to connect the cables between routers. For that, we use this serial DCE cable. In router A, we connect in serial 000, and in router B in serial 001 for have one better clarity when we are configuring the routers. Then again here in 000 and here serial port 001. Note that when we have put the mouse in this side, we have the clock. This is important for configuring the clock rate 64000 in the configuration. And always this command should be here in router B, and in this case for this side the connection router B with router Z, and in this side the clock stay here, so that means that the clock rate 64 should be in the configuration of router A, not in this side for this side connection. Remember that this router B is special because have two connections with two routers, for this side router A, for this side router B. That means that this router have two serial ports. Now we're going to start the configuration. We open CLI and start apply the commands necessary for start the configuration. Config T and start the configuration. First, we have to change the name router A for identify. This port 00 for connection between router A and PCA. It's going to put the address 92 68 51 1. The zone mask. Enter. Now shut down. Note that the cable changed since red to green. That means this connection is successful. And exit. Now we go to the connection between this router and router B with serial port. Remember, this side is 000. In this case, we add the address here. Remember, this is network end in 0. This is network, the router start in end in .1. This is .2, finishing 2.3, the port breakpoint, and start with the network finishing .4, and the first connection, the two IP are in blocks of 4. The connections between this and this, just we have available two IP address is 5 and 6. 5 in this side, 6 in the other side in router B. So that we have with the connection finishing .5. So the max. Remember, in this side we should put the command clock rate. And the system upset and is prepared. Now is down until we don't connect the other port. This don't change to up. It's ready for the connection. Sit. Now connection router B for this site. This port is 0, 0. Remember, this connection is the router and PCB, router B and PCB. The cable here, the IP address of this router is 9. Why 9? Remember, this is 5, 6 available. Breakpoint in 7. Start the network in 8. And the IP assigned for this router is 9. This is the IP address that I have the calculator BSLM. If the system detects some wrong, for example here, immediately doesn't accept. So yes, we should repeat the comments. Again. Okay. Now it's good. And no clock rate, because in this side, this side is normal, it's connected to 001. Look. Well, no shutdown. When we put no shutdown, this cable change immediately, change red to green. Look. See it? And let's go to the serial port 001. Look, this is 1. Okay, here we have one message wrong. Okay, why doesn't work or doesn't accept? Because it's overlapped with the same address of the router, finishing 9. That's meanwhile that we should to put the connection between. Remember that in this connection we have finishing .5 and .6. That means that we should to put one IP connect to .6. Let's go try. Oh my. No. For that we should put patent don't run. Now accept. Right? No shutdown. And this cable going change the red to green. Look. This means that the connection does good. Yes, well, we go to explain configuration in router A. Is the command enable config T for start the configuration. Before we did that, would you like to enter the configuration, Claude? We answer no. And start the configuration line by line. Start with this connection in FA interface 00. This is the connection between router A and PC A. And this is the IP assigned for this router. Finishing 1. With subnet finishing 252. No shutdown. Not off the router, and immediately the system upset says that is in state up. So, and for this connection, remember that the system DSLM calculator choose the in blocks of 4 IP addresses. The mean IP is 192.168.31.0. This is the mean network, /24. When we put /24 and divide in 4 the connections with 4 subnet masks, we have 4 subnet masks at this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 extension, in this case for router Z and PC Z. The system says assign 4 IPs for this block. Is for to put this block, choose the mean IP 192.168.31.1/30. That means that we have just block of 4 IPs. For example, the network finishing 0, and this is 1, this is 2, this is the breakpoint 3, and start the network in 4 and have 2 available IPs 5 and 6. Breakpoint 7, start the new network 8, 9 for this IP, for this router, 10 for this PC, 11, the breakpoint, new network 12. We have 13 and 14. 13 in this side, 14 in this side.
Yes, please. Okay, I thought it's my phone disconnected.
Well, we still in 13, 14 in this side. 15, the IPS 15 finish, breakpoint. 16, new network 17 is the IP assigned for this router Z, and finish with 18. All are blocks of 4 IPs. Well, we come back to the configuration. We say that the router is special because have 2 serial ports, 001 for this side and 000 with clock rate in this side. Look, the clock rate, the clock is here. So we should put double configuration of serial ports. 001 is here with this IP address, finishing 6, 6, remember 5 and 6 for this side, and for router B and router C is 13 and 14 for the other side. A shutdown, clone rate in 000. The system is prepared for receive and send information. When we have all the system working, we will to proceed, open the configuration of PCs, enter here IP configuration, and start to assign the IPs of each computer. Remember, this is finished in 2, so now finish in 252. And remember that the default gateway is the same IP address of the router. In this case is router 1. It's important to put all the information inside of the routers and PCs of the connections with this information: IP, the IP assigned, the subnet mask, and the gateway. Here the same IP, subnet mask, and the gateway. Remember, the gateway is the same IP of the router. Well, now going to proceed to explain the configuration of router version 2. This is the network. Router A connected to the first network, the main network, finishing .0. Then remember, this is .0/30. Then next network is the finishing 4.4 with the command auto summary. And now this is in all the routers. Here we have double because we have one router that is in a half of the two routers. This needs 3 points of connection. The first is 4, the second is 8 for router B, and third 12. Network for router C. And in router C, just 2, the similar to router A. Now we're going to check the system proof here with the command prompt for check the packet sent if the information is able to travel about the system, the connections or networks. The command is ping, and the next address is this computer. The information go to pass for this, then for this, and this receiver. This is, let's go to put this address, finishing 10 here. The system says packet send 4, receive 4, loss 0. That means that it's working correctly. Now we go to send some packets until this address, this computer. Remember that we are on router A in PCA. Now we go to put this address, finishing 18. Command ping 192.68.31.18. Let's go to see the results. It's the same. Send 4, receive 3, lost 1. If we ping again, we have the complete information. Send 4 and lost 0. Look. Now we applied this protocol is static route where it show the walk that show still the data, and that mean the IP route of the data transmits. So the first address, IP address, means the destiny where should came the information. Second is the Sunan max, and this is the first other IP address where is sending the information. Note that all the three finish in 6. That means that first all the information come here, this cable, and this distribute for these routes. First 8, the main networks, 8, 12, and 14 in router C. In router B, we have just 2 lines of IP routes. The first is network, the main network, 0, because this communicate with router E with this line 0, and the other side with router C with this address 14. And for this side, communicate about this line, this cable, with this IP 5, and for the other side with 14. Now we go to proceed the ping again. Proceed the system is working. S10 is working with 10. The information travels in here to here. And now we go to close here this. Now go to open of the center computer. Let's go to ping first with this, then with computer C. Remember this is 2. And it's working perfectly. Now the same computer with these others. Finishing 19. It's working perfectly. Well, finally we applied the last protocols of we have the next protocol, the RIP route, and EIGRP protocol. This start with router EIRP1, always 1, and the main networks. This side router A, start with A. This is 255, 255, 255, ending in 3 because 255 less 252 is 3. And the other side communicate with 4. Autosummary and OSPM is the same. The only change is OSPA 1. The way of IPs is the same. And add this command, area 0. That's it. That's all. Now you observe in router B. Remember that in router B we have 3 connections, finishing 8, 4, and 12. We have double configuration here, or one line more, and this is OSPF. It's the same, 4, 8, and 12. Let's go to pink. First, with this address 10, PCB.
Alex and Andrew, I'll be here.
It's working well. Send 4, receive 4, plus 0. And now we will communicate since here to 8. This is the last IP on this topology. As well. That's good. Now we're going to prove with the in a half. We will communicate first with 2. It's perfect. 4, 4, 0. And now with the next, this router C, PCC, finishing 18. Perfect. Well, that's all. Many thanks for watching.